Hey, it's time to drop and give me 25. We are going to do a booty burnout, and this is going to be actually 25 reps on each side. So it's 50 single reps, but don't worry, it's going to go really quickly once you start. But of course, you're not going to start until you listen to all of the cues and proper placement, etc. All right, so I have two variations for you, and I'll explain why the two and all of that after I quickly show you the two variations. All you need is a wall. If you don't have that, don't worry about it. You just need any sort of elevation, chair, desk, countertop, okay? Excuse the booty shot. We're all friends, right? Okay, I have to show you against this wall. We are going to have to bend over into a sort of an L position, okay? So nice full bend. And then the extension of the working leg, you're going to find that point of contraction, and then from there you're going to pulse. So we go from contraction to higher contraction. Okay? That's what it looks like. There's way too many cues. Don't jump into it yet. The second variation is we are going to be more upright. Okay? So any elevation is just for a little bit of a tap balance. Okay? We just need to angle over, so it doesn't matter how low or high the elevation is. You would just adjust your distance, okay, to get that same height or that same angle. Okay, so you do angle over, and then you do the exact same thing. Take that leg extended behind you, find that point of contraction, and then pulse higher from there. Okay, so that's the two variations. The reason why I'm giving you two mainly is because we do want to try variations of the kickbacks because of the fact that our hip anatomy tends to differ from person to person. Not a dysfunction, it's just the way our femur sits in the hip sockets here could be affecting what angle, what level, what degree, affects how you feel it the most. That's what we're going for. We're going for the maximum contraction of those glutes. Of course, right here, your glute max and glute med, and you want to feel that contract the most with minimal, there shouldn't be any sort of joint discomfort at all, okay? So those are the two variations also, because I don't know what you have available to you right now. As a sidebar, this exercise is so excellent for any time setting because of the fact that I'm doing the pulse variation. You have a very short range of motion that you're working on, so it doesn't matter what you're wearing in terms of how much movement. Like, we don't have to do any deep bends. You just angle your bend for whatever you're wearing. So for example, if you're wearing a short skirt, then you want to be doing this variation. I guess only if you're wearing a pencil skirt, unless you hike it up. Anyway, all right, so that is the reason why we have variations to try, okay? All right, first cue. First cue is that we're going to, whatever is the prop that we're using, we want to face our hips square on, meaning, if you take your bony parts of your pelvis, it's just straight pew, all right, toward the wall or toward the chair or the counter. Second cue is that we want to actually angle just the feet. So we want to have about a 30-degree outward rotation at the ankle, which you will take your leg with it, but we don't want to fully open up, okay? You'll have a slight opening up as you rotate, but you want the foot angle and the lift angle to be at about a 30 degrees, so not straight forward and back swings, okay? That's because we activate the glute med more than that in that angle. That was cue number 2. So a few more. Cue number 3, we want to engage the core to take the lower back out of the equation, which is another reason why I do this variation for you versus the full swing, because the full motion, because if we take it from the bottom, and because of all the variations of your elevation, whatever it is that you might be working, I need to be able to see you, because there's a tendency here for us to arch through that lower back, okay? All right, and I'm not comfortable assigning this unless I'm actually watching someone in person. So in order to get that lower back swing out of the equation, we do brace that core. I'm going to throw a dodgeball at you and you're going to hoop, right? Engage that core. We also want to take the pelvis and posterior tilt slightly, okay? Automatically, you'll engage the glutes, engage the core, take the lower back out of the equation, and we're focusing on making your glutes do the work. Now, what do you do with your feet besides angle it, right? Do you point it? Do you flex it? Okay. In either of those positions, you are going to end up spreading some of that load down the full length of your leg. Now, you'll still feel it in the glutes, but what we're trying to do with all of these exercises I'm giving you is to really be able to connect to the muscles specifically that we want to work on. And what we don't want is to have any other body part recruiting unnecessarily to help you. We want to make the glutes do all the work. So what I say is have dead feet, okay? So relax through that ankle, okay? So have that foot position and angle and leg angle correctly, but then relax the foot so that it's a dead foot and you're loading everything here, okay? That pulse should be intense, but 25 reps is going to go, fairly fast. So do 25 reps all on one side and then finish the other side. All right, have fun.